Hi, my name is Zohib, and today we will be talking about the physics involved in basketball. Now, what is basketball, you might be asking? Basketball is a game usually played between two teams on a court, and each team tries to score on the other person's net. The three concepts I'll be using for today are Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion, and projectile motion. Newton's second law of motion states that acceleration occurs when a force acts upon a mass, meaning the more mass an accelerated object has, the more force required to accelerate that object. In basketball, we can see Newton's second law of motion in action whenever a player is passing, shooting, dribbling, and dunking a basketball. A basketball has mass, which would mean that the player has to use the right amount of force when passing, shooting, and dribbling to get it where they want. If you apply too much force, this happens. And if you apply too little force, this happens. The ball will not go where it's supposed to and will most likely get stolen. The third law of motion states that for every action force, there is an equal and opposite reaction force. We can easily see this when the player is dribbling the ball. The player applies a force to the floor and the floor sends a force on the ball back to their hands. Without this law, the ball would just stay on the floor and dribbling would not be possible. Projectile motion is the motion of an object thrown or projected into the air, subject to only the acceleration of gravity. The object is called a projectile and its path is called a trajectory, and it is shaped like a parabola. In basketball, projectile motion plays a huge role. The player jumps and shoots the ball into the basket. When doing this, the motion of the ball is projectile motion, which decides the proper throw of the ball. The motion has two components, such as a vertical and horizontal. The vertical component gives the ball a maximum height, and the horizontal component gives a proper range to reach the basket. The spin of the ball is also very important because it gives a downward push to the ball, helping it go inside the basket when it hits the frame of the basket rather than bouncing out of the basket. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.